Hey guys, welcome back to Intellectual Depth. I'm Layla.
And I'm Fauzia, and this is about finding your ID.
Hey guys, how are you guys doing? How's your day?
Hey
How's
guys,
your
how have you
life?
been?
Yeah, how's your mental health and your mental state?
I hope you guys are taking care of yourself and staying blessed and being a bit patient with whatever it's going through in this world. And
Yeah,
yeah,
patience is a virtue. So, what are we talking about today?
choices versus consequences. Everything
Yeah.
has, it's
I
deep.
think everything, like you said, choices. I actually don't really like the word consequences. I feel like it makes me go through a lot saying it. Consequence, like the syllables.
That's what it
The
comes
syllables
with.
are kind of stressful, but yeah, choices versus consequences. What does it mean to you?
I mean, to me, it means it's the result of what you've invested in or
Mm,
what you've believed in. The choices, like I always say in all the other podcasts, the choices you make determines the kind of foundation you're gonna have.
yeah,
So
in your life.
whatever you're accepting in your life, whatever you're saying yes to, whatever you allow it, it comes with the consequences. It could either be a good one or it could either be a bad one.
Yeah,
So what does it mean to you?
the aspects you have to face whether you like it or not.
It's
Like
reality.
if you're choosing to go to the gym is a choice. The consequence, you're gonna, like, the first few days you're gonna suffer some muscle aches and you're
The
gonna,
pain.
yeah, the pain. The discipline is a consequence you have to also keep in mind. So I feel like it's the aspect you have to see before you make the choice. So whatever you're choosing in your life, there's definitely a consequence to it. And I've come to an understanding
Yeah.
that you shouldn't you shouldn't believe that you could make choices and there's just no downside to it. There's always gonna be a give and take. So that's basically what consequences means to me.
Wow, it's very interesting because I notice when people are making choices, they don't even realize the consequences gonna come with it. They're just amazed by the feeling. Even if it comes to relationship, you're choosing that person, you're choosing to be with them. Even you've seen the signs, you've seen the red flags, and you're like, oh, they're gonna change. The choices you're making, you're gonna pay for it. It's you're choosing your own suffering.
Yeah, basically you're choosing your own hard.
Yeah, you're on hard. So it's just a hard conversation you have to talk to yourself. You have to sit yourself down. Like, these choices am I making? Are they really worth it? Is it gonna come with a price? And what is the price that is gonna come? Is it gonna affect me in the nearest future? Nearest future in terms of 5 years from now, 10 years from now, Um, now that everything's happening, especially with the women, everyone wants to get married. 2024, I need to find the one. Who's my Prince Charming?
Yeah.
They're not willing to investigate, do we have the same values? Do we have the same goals and about life and how to raise kids? And the
Yeah.
consequences would come when you decide to marry that person. You're gonna see things that are gonna shock you. You're gonna be shocked, and you give birth to kids that it's irreversible. You put your life in danger, and then you're struggling through trauma and so much, so much damages you've caused upon
Yeah.
yourself where you could prevent it. You had a choice. God gave you a choice,
Yeah.
and you decided to go with it.
And I think sometimes people forget that they have a choice because not everybody sees it as a choice. Some people feel like it's enforced to make the decision at that time. But you really have a choice when you go back and think
Think
about it.
about it.
Like, even if it's a job offer, you might feel like, oh, okay, I'm in this situation. But when you know you really deserve better, you
could
really
leave.
have a choice to leave. You have a choice. You're not entrapped, or you're not going to be hooked onto something that was never meant for you. So you have a choice. I always say not making a choice is also a choice.
True, and it's really, you're right. And even when people say, "Oh, it's a job," I don't know if I could find another job. You could start your own business. You could start doing something that would bring you income. It might not be as much as your job, or you could try to make a choices of what to block during those job process, and who to engage with. The relationship, who you're accepting, who you're saying yes to in a situation like this. So you have to be careful. You have to sit down and think when whatever happens, the choices, even the people that are making you do that choice, remember when you're alone in that situation, they're not going to be there.
Yeah.
They're not going to be there when you're going through pain. They're not going to be there when you marry that person. The moment you marry that person, it's only you and him. You're willing to start a family. You're willing to build a future together. It's something you need to sit and think to yourself. Do not let that pressure of the choices you make to lead something to severe consequences that could, really affect you mentally. Because really, people are coming out with mental illnesses. People are coming out with mental traumas. It's really sickening.
Yeah.
So just be kind to yourself. Be patient. It's going to be painful with the choices you're seeing around you, and you're willing to make the choices, or you're not getting where you're getting in life. But just have a target, have a goal, and have a plan. And when that right time is, just make it, and
True. And I feel like at the same time, so many people feel so bad about making a right decision, because at the first stage, they're like, oh, did I make the right decision or did I not? I just want to say it's okay to feel bad after making a right decision, after making a good decision. It's okay to feel like you're confused for that little bit, but you definitely need to sit through and analyze what you're choosing before you say, okay, this is the choice I want. This is what I want for my future. Like for people that that wake up one day and decide to leave their partner, it's okay for you to feel bad after leaving,
because
but
you're used to them,
you
and
know
you feel bad, and
you've survived moments with them that you can't even fathom. Like you can't even believe you actually went through this. It's okay to feel like that, or leaving a job after it's been such a toxic workplace,
or even a friendship.
Yeah,
you've known the person for
anything.
years, and you're feeling, we did primary school together, but they secondary school together. Why do I have to leave them now?
Yeah.
Just realize at a point in your life, there are people you have to let go.
Yeah.
You have to move on. You're in this stage of your life about growth, about developing, about spiritual healing, about, from within. And they were a good person at the time when you needed them, primary and secondary school. But now that in your higher level, you're a better person.
I've grown,
Yeah, and you just have to say, okay, I've done my part. I'm going to let go and let God lead me to meet amazing people. Because I believe sometimes the choices you make, you block yourself from blessing. You block yourself from the blessing that is going to come to you by making the wrong choices and thinking, oh, it was the right thing, or you were just going with your emotions. Have time to think about it. Just don't make it right now, or make based on a feeling you felt. Oh yeah, think about it, because it's gonna sink in. And if you're not careful, it could backfire on you.
You have a lot, people misunderstand the fact that we have a lot of time, but we actually don't have time. So just choose wisely, and it's all a fleeting moment when you actually sit and deepen it. Like it's all fleeting moments, a very fragile life. And when you're making these choices, sometimes they become super grand, from one choice to another choice to another choice to another choice, that it becomes grand, and one day you're like, oh my God, I made this choice from this little thing that I didn't think was that big. Now it's actually piled up, actually big
of something.
And then on the flip side of making like the right choices and doing things, at first it might be so hard. It's not a might, but it is gonna be so hard, because when you're making right choices, I think it's harder, to live in this world as a good person than a bad person.
Yeah, it is.
It's way easier to just, do the bad things and, get it over with.
Being good comes with a price.
Always remember, exactly, and that's the consequence of being a good person. So I feel consequences are the prices you have to pay for being good. Or making the choice. Consequences are the prices you have to pay for whatever you do. Yeah, because honestly, everything has a price, but choose yours wisely. Yeah,
I like how you said it. I always say every action has a reaction, and the choices are the action, and the consequences are the reaction for you making that choice.
Yeah, that's nice.
So just be careful, like I always say. Talk to yourself. Even ask people advice. People that you feel like you look up to, someone that you believe, okay, let me not put my emotions in. am I making the right choice about this? Do you think like you could have an insight? At the end of the day, the choice is yours. It's your
you
life.
could confide
in it's your decision.
Other people.
No matter what people are gonna tell you, it's your life. Life is too short, and just make sure you live a life with value, a life with meaning, and make sure it has a purpose and a true definition of a human being and humanity entangled in it. And just don't let it eat you up as a person, and just go for it. I always say consequences, it's a hard pill to swallow. You never know when they're coming. They might come.
Because you make the choice this year and then you're seeing the consequences in a year. Or you make the choice this minute and you're seeing the consequence in a minute and a half. Or next minute.
Or maybe in 5 years from now. You even forgot, oh my God, I made that choice. I did this, And some people say, and as humans, people are actually afraid of change. They're like, oh my God, I don't want to change. Let me just keep making the right choices.
Yeah, let me just stay in the right place.
Yeah, and you become comfortable with making toxic choices because you're around toxic people and you think it's okay. Take a step back. Get out of that circle.
Filter the choices.
Yeah, filter the choices. Take the important ones. Put them in a scale like, okay, this and this, which one impacts me? Think about it, pray about it, and let God guide you through it.
Yeah, true. So I love this saying, "Damn the consequences." Sometimes when you've like been through it, seen it all, and just
you're not ready for anything.
You're just like, "Damn the consequence." But I feel like we truly mean like, "Damn whatever we are gonna face in the future." But really, we are gonna face it, and we have to go through it. But we have to always keep in mind. These consequences might come out as a blessing in disguise, because you might need that consequence to know the depth of the decision or the choice you made in your life. And not everyone is going to agree or approve your choices.
Yeah.
All you need is your approval, God's approval, and approval to the lifestyle you want to carry forth, basically.
That's very deep.
I was thinking about like choices so many people make. Like they're put in the midst of like two hot coals. It's not really a choice. I always say, make that choice. So it's also sometimes a blessing in disguise, because you need that pressure, you need that push to actually be a better version of you.
Wow, I like how you said it. I mean, some people just don't know even what they're doing in their life, and I think when it comes to choices, you have to know yourself. You have to know what you want as a person. You have to be self-aware.
True.
What do I want in my life? I'm in a stage in my life. What is it? What am I willing to do forward? Even when it comes to job, are you accepting it? If it's a career, are you willing to do? Do you want to or is this someone telling you go do it because everyone is doing it?
Yeah.
Find what you're good at it. Hold on to it and be patient. Even if you're the last one standing in that position, you know you're good at it, and no one could own your
authenticity.
Who you are. Own being unique. Own being yourself. Appreciate that. And whatever people are gonna say, it's you. This is your choice. This is your life. Just learn to stand for yourself and learn to stand for the choices you make. True. And learn to defend the choices you make. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna come with consequences. And when they come, those consequences, good or bad, embrace them, because you made the choices. And remember the foundation you put. Because you don't want a weak choice to have a weak foundation.
True.
Yeah, so just make sure it's strong, it's concrete.
Make sure, your choice is concrete. I feel like with every choice you make, you're creating something within you. Sometimes you might not even comprehend what it is, but you're just starting from somewhere with that choice. And with each chapter in your life, there's a choice that initiated it. I believe so. A chapter, a choice equals a chapter. A choice equals another chapter.
Like interesting.
Yeah, so you have to just, sometimes you don't really know what it is you're choosing, but you're choosing something. So I feel like those are the moments you have to, buckle up and sit right and choose wisely.
Yeah, that's really nice. I like how you say, like you always say, not making a choice is a choice, because one thing about choices, at the end of the day, they could be very sensitive, and it depends how they mean to you. It's how you interact as an individual, how you know your inner self. Because sometimes people they make choice, so what? Whatever happens, I'm gonna handle it when the time comes.
Yeah.
But when the time comes, you might not be ready to handle that thing.
Yeah.
So interact with yourself, interact with people, and sometimes when it comes to choices, you're not even the one making the choices. It involves more than two people.
Yeah.
It involves other people's choices.
It's reflective and it affects.
It affects. So you just have to sit as individuals and decide as matured adults. These choices we're making, is it going to add value to our life, or is it going to disable us to become something unbearable? And we shouldn't be selfish. We should be aside, like just make the right choices at that time. And I think when it comes to consequences, what I really want to say is it has a result. You just have to take it from within, because just don't let it eat you up and say, okay, I made a choice 3 years ago and now it's affecting me. Yes, it's affecting you. Find a solution. How do you move forward from it? Yes, you made a choice. Yes, something triggered during that time. Maybe it was your younger self. You were not aware of yourself. You were not aware of where you are. But right now that you are aware, what are you doing about it? How are you doing to fix that situation that you once were in that situation?
Yeah.
So how do you sit and talk to yourself and say, okay, this is the way forward. This is how I'm gonna improve, in order not to let it eat me up. Okay, because some people, when they see the result of their choices, they become depressed, they become disturbed, it affects their daily lifestyle, and it eats you up, and life is too short.
You find a middle ground and just move on.
Just move on. You've made a mistake, pray about it, and just pray for guidance. That's what I just wanted to add.
I think that's a way forward for, like, okay, you've seen maybe you made a bad choice.
Yeah.
Maybe you made a choice unintentional or pressured into making one. You just have to find the solution and move forward, like you mentioned. And sometimes I feel we might not truly understand. So many choices have so many other choices related to them. So you're making one choice, but you're actually making a life decision.
Yeah, it links.
Yeah,
it has links.
Like these are aspects, like mainly like marriage, like career wise. It's not just a choice. Like, okay, today I choose to go to the park instead of go fishing, or today I choose, those like really
it's gonna be imprinted
basic choices. These are like lifetime decisions, and they're very, very fundamental and paramount to your growth. So I feel those are the choices that you do not want to face consequences for. They should be choices that, yes, within the choice, there's also a suffering aspect. There's a price to pay, but not severe to your detriment, basically.
Wow, I like how you said it. And I think when it comes to choice and consequences, we've said it.
Yeah, we've said it all.
We've said we're taking a break.
Yeah.
Sometimes in life everyone needs a break.
Need a breather.
Just for you, for you to just focus on important things. We're not saying intellectual depth is not important, but we just want to take a break from social media. And in the meantime, do be patient with us. We're gonna miss a lot of you guys, and please do not
listen to the older episodes. And keep listening to this ones and
share with your loved ones.
Please share.
Please, we want to come back and just hit 200.
Yeah.
And just spread some love, and we want to come back with full energy.
Yeah. And I think you guys also should take a break from so much. Try to do social media detox.
Yeah, it's really important.
There's an episode we talked about that. Social media detox, like inside an episode talking about toxicity.
But we will actually do a whole podcast.
Yeah, a whole episode on that.
Yeah.
But I feel there's times in your life you just need to take a break from everything to just
think about
unplug.
Your life and ponder. Spiritual healing,
do
growth,
all that good stuff.
Do your hobbies. Go out in the green grass. Eat good food. Interact with people. Not always attached to social media.
It doesn't even need to be like a really long break. It could be a month. It could be a week. It could be 2 days. Just do something.
Just do what works for you and works with your schedule. And focus on your inner well-being, and just try to also detox people from your life during that break.
I think the episode I was talking about is it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
I mentioned it's okay to take a break and just recharge, rejuvenate, and then reset. True. So what's your personal note?
My personal note is choices are something that you need to think about. And just remember, like I said, the choices you make now will determine the kind of foundation you're going to have.
Yeah.
And every choice comes with the consequences. Whether you believe it or not, it might not come now, but it will come later on in your life. Just make the right choice. in order for you to see a better consequence and a better result.
Yeah, that's nice.
What is your personal note?
My personal note is consequences don't have to have regret. Consequences could be a learning curve for you.
Yeah.
It could be a lesson for you. So don't always look at the bad side of sometimes it's necessary. It's important for you to face those consequences to be a better person and to realize, okay, this is the choice you made and you are going to grow from it, and always see them as lessons, but always be mindful of the choices you make.
Wow.
Choose wisely. Just don't go around making choices and be like, I choose this and I choose that. Choose wisely and be mindful with your choices.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful way to end it, guys. Yeah. That's the best way, guys. So we're gonna miss you guys. We're gonna really miss adore posting. You guys, and we would come back. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
And spreading so much love to every one of you out there, and just take care of your inner well-being and
stay blessed. Thank you guys for listening.
Take care and stay blessed.
Yeah, we love you guys, and please don't forget to check us out on Spotify.
Yeah.
And Radio Amazon Public. Music, all that good stuff. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share.
And have a great day.
All right, then bye.